doesn't come up. My slider is off. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Good morning. In accordance with the Section 45 and 53 of the Planning Act 1990 as amended, this meeting of the Committee of Adjustment of the City of Toronto is called to order. The Committee of Adjustment considered applications for variances from the provision of the zoning and that applies to property, permission to extend or alter non-lawful non-conforming uses, and also consent to serve property to create new lots. My name is Yin Chen. I will be the chair today, and I would like to introduce a panel. Ms. Nellie Hubert and Mr. Peter Weed, and also Ms. Dylan Weed. And our secretary, Deputy Secretary Treasurer is Sabrina Salatino, and her supporting staff behind her. I would also like to acknowledge the land that we are meeting on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anasazi, the Chippewa, and the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. Committee of Adjustment public hearings are now conducted a hybrid in-person and virtual format. Some applicants and participants will make their submission in person, and others will participate virtually through WebEx, an online digital platform. The meeting are also streamed on the Toronto City Planning YouTube channel, and anyone wishing to view the hearing may watch on YouTube. Those who want to participate virtually and have registered in advance will be connected with the computer, tablet, smartphone, or telephone, and have the options of participating via video or audio only. All virtual participants will automatically be muted on entry, and when your item is called, you will be unmuted by the moderator, one person at a time. We ask that you also mute your devices until you are called to speak. Those participating by video appearance will be temporarily upgraded to panelists when your item is being held. During this time, your camera will be enabled, and you will only be visible during your 5-minute speaking time. At all other times, your video will be disabled, and you will be reinstated as an attendee. For both in-person and virtual participants, Committee of Adjustment staff will share presentations submitted in accordance with the written submission deadline. Those participating through WebEx are not allowed to use share screen or any other panelist controls during a video appearance. The host will remove you from the panelist role if you fail to respect this instruction. How to receive a decision of the committee? People attending in person today who wants to receive a copy of the decision of the committee on an application must fill out a decision request card. And those participating virtually need to submit a written request for a decision by email. Please ensure that you include your name, address, and email address, because the Committee of Adjustment and the Toronto Local Appeal Board, TLAB, will be sending notifications and appeal updates by email. If you do not agree with the decision, you might be able to appeal the decision to TLAB or, in some limited circumstances, to the Ontario Land Tribunal. However, the provincial government amended the Planning Act and generally removed rights of third party to appeal Committee of Adjustment decisions. Only the applicant, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, and specified persons and public bodies, such as those terms are defined in the Planning Act, are permitted to appeal decisions of the Committee of Adjustment. Appeal instructions are set out at the bottom of the decision of the committee. The following is the hearing procedure. when I will call each item in the order listed on the agenda. When the application is uncontested, the agent or applicant may proceed with the presentation if desired. When the committee does not require presentation, applicants are to advise the chair should they wish to speak to the committee. The committee may ask questions or take the matter into committee for decision. Each speaker, including the applicant or agent, will be given a maximum of 5 minutes to address the committee, and I will comment when you are reaching the 5 minutes. Any presentations or other materials you wish to submit to the committee must have been emailed in advance of the hearing. Staff and committee members cannot accept materials at the hearing. When addressing the committee, please clearly state your name, address, and please remember to confine your remarks to the matters outlined in the application. The applicant or agent will proceed first and will make a presentation to the committee on the application. Please note, the committee might not entertain revisions to the proposal at the hearing today. The committee might decide to defer the application if substantially revised to ensure the revised application is accurate and all those entitled to notice of the application are informed of the changes. Then individuals, either in support or opposed to the application, will be invited to speak. Generally, we will call those speakers in the hearing room and then those participating through WebEx. Committee member may ask questions of each speaker after they finish their presentation. When all speakers are finished, the applicant or agent has an opportunity to rebut only those issues that were raised by the speakers. This will mark the end of the discussion. The application will then be taken into committee for decision. And this morning, I would like to know whether there is any declaration of conflict of interest from our panel and from our staff. No? Okay. And also, I'd like to know whether we have some deferral requests.
Good morning, Madam Chair and panel members. There are no files to be closed at today's hearing, and I see one deferral request for this morning, item number 11, file number A0484/25TEY, municipal address 25 Brock Avenue. And through you, Madam Chair, we can probably deal with this matter at this time.
What number is that? I just missed.
Item number 11.
11, okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, number 11. Do we have any minutes to adopt?
Through you, Madam Chair, the minutes are not completed yet.
Okay, all right. So we are going to then. Are we ready to hear item 11 for deferral request? Right?
Yes. We're ready. Just you can read in the purpose.
This application is to alter the existing 25 Brock Avenue. This is to alter the existing 2.5-story townhouse dwelling by constructing a 1-story north side and east rear addition, and to construct a rear 3rd-story dormer addition. The attic will be converted into habitable space. The existing rear 1-story addition will be demolished, and we received material, copy of survey, site plan, floor plan elevations, 4 photographs of street, and a letter from the agent, and arborist report, a presentation material from the agent. We also received comment from Urban Forestry and advisory staff report from Metrolink. And we received a number of supports, including 590, and that's one with no address. 592 Indian Road, 21 Broad Street, 2123 Broad Street. And we received also oppositions from 104, 27 Broad Street, and also from 1569 27 Broad Street. and also 27 Broad Street, and also 10 signature of petition in opposition on this file. And we are ready for the agent or applicant. Okay.
Through you, Madam Chair, we also have a number of speakers. It looks like some are in support, some are in interest, and a couple are in opposition.
Okay.
So we will have to hear from each of them
Yes.
on the merits of a deferral.
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we have here. Just give us your name and address and tell us, because you're requesting deferral, tell us the reasons, please. Yeah.
Yes, my name is Susanna Krokorka. I reside at 7 Triller, and I'm the agent and architect for 25 Brock.
Okay.
This morning, we are here to respectfully ask for a deferral. We have recently been made aware of concerns from the residents of Brock Lofts, which is the building north of our property. Following this, we reached out to both neighbors as well as the property management company. We did not hear back from the management company. To date, we have been able to meet with one neighbor to discuss potential refinements to our proposal, and we are eager to continue this dialogue with the other residents, but have no means to contact them other than through the management company. We are requesting additional time to develop and share possible design revisions for their review. While these adjustments may not alter the requested variances, they may help to address and mitigate concerns regarding the proposed one-story rear addition.
Okay.
We believe that deferring the hearing will allow for a more collaborative process and a proposal that better reflects the interests of both the applicants and the surrounding community. Thank you for your consideration.
Okay. I just want to clarify. If you have the deferral granted this time, are you prepared to meet the neighbors in person instead of through the construction company, or you were talking about?
Yes, we did meet one neighbor in person, and we had a productive meeting with them, I think. And we did talk about refinements to our proposal, which we haven't had time to change our drawings, and that is part of the reason we would like the deferral. We would also like to talk to more residents, but have not been able to. The property management company did not return our email, and we have no way of getting in touch with the other residents.
Oh, but you will try though, right? You keep trying to
Well, we would love to get emails from them. We don't have their email addresses. We don't have a way to get into the building, and the property management company has not emailed us back. But we did have a really good meeting with one of the residents. We got another email back from the second resident who wrote the opposition letter, but he did not want to meet with us. He said that he feels uncomfortable with that at this point. So I'm thinking if we can offer them some design revisions, which we've been talking about with the owners, including lowering the roof a little bit and possibly shrinking the addition even just a bit, that might help.
Understand. So how many tenants or in that building that
My understanding, and again, this is just based on research I've done, is that there's about 24 units.
Okay.
I don't know how many residents. There are 16 windows that look into our property, and the building is right on the property line. So it's an issue for both parties, the privacy issue.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So we're going to hear the other people who would like to speak to this item and about the deferral request. Okay, thank you. Any questions? Okay, let's move.
Through you, Madam Chair, we'll now hear from the speaker at Brock Avenue.
All right.
Hi there. I'm Sean Terrell. I'm at 104, I'm at Unit 104, 27 Brock. I had email communication with the architect, and yeah, that all sounds very positive. They seem very flexible and on working
So-
with us.
What do you, we're going to discuss, she's requesting a deferral. We want to deal
Yes.
with the deferral first. Do you agree with the deferral? Or-
Yes, I do.
You do, okay. Thank you, that's all we need for now. Thank you.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Give us your name and address, please. And we are just dealing with the deferral request only now.
Yeah. Okay, my name is Alan Bond, and I live in unit number 105 at 27 Brock Avenue,
Okay.
and I am in favor of a deferral.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, thank you. You're in favor?
Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Through you, Madam Chair, we'll now
Hello?
hear from the speaker in interest from 27 Brock.
Okay, 27 Brock, yeah. You have heard from the previous speakers, right? Now we're only just asking you whether you support or oppose for a deferral request.
Great. Can you hear me?
Yes, give us the name and
Okay,
address,
yeah.
please. Yeah.
Yeah. My name is Dante Mattis. I'm in Unit 204 at 27 Brock Avenue, and I'm in favor of the deferral.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Through you, Madam Chair, the rest of the speakers are in support. Did we need to hear from them?
Did they also support? No, we do not need to for the deferral. Yeah, I don't think so. So,
Through you, Madam Chair, for public record, we should
we
just
should
have them
just
introduce
go through
themselves.
introduce themselves and address, and then they say that they are in support. Yeah, please. Yeah. Next.
Oh, my name is Emily McCabe, and I live at 25 Brock Avenue. I am in favor of the deferral.
Thank you so much. So, we'd like to invite the next speaker. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello, Ryan. You've been unmuted. Ryan, you've been unmuted.
Through you, Madam Chair, we'll move on to the next speaker.
Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, my name is Alge Saxness. I'm the owner of 21 Brock Avenue, residence to the south. I'm in support both of a project and a deferral.
Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
you. Do we have the next one or more?
Good
You've
morning.
been unmuted.
Hi, this is Jane Wilson. I live at 23 Brock Avenue. I'm in favor of both the deferral and the project.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes.
Through you, Madam Chair, that's all for the speakers.
Oh, that's all. Let's bring back the applicant, and it seems that no one opposing the deferral. And I think we can take it into committee for a decision. Yeah, Mr. Weed, yes.
I'm happy to move a deferral. I applaud the applicant for talking to the neighbors and trying to adjust their proposal to minimize the impact on the neighbors, and I think it's a great idea. So I move that we approve the deferral.
Yeah, and one second, Peter Weed, second. All in favor for the deferral? All in favor, unanimously. Thank you. It's deferred. Thank you. Yeah.
Through you, Madam Chair, that's all for the deferrals for this morning. So we can now start
Move back
with
to
item 1.
item number, yeah. Item number 1 is 59 BRUMELL Avenue. Purpose of this application is to permit the front yard parking pad. The committee had we have received this communication, a copy of the survey and site plan, and 3 photographs of trees, and also a decision affecting the subject property, and an email corresponding from the applicant, and also a comment from transportation services.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent in person and no registered speakers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good morning, and thank you for hearing me.
Good morning. You don't have, okay, please give us your name and address for the record.
My name is Doug Stead. I live at 59 Brummel Avenue.
No, yeah. And since you do not have any opposition, any other people want to speak to this item, I just ask whether my panel needs a representation from.
Just a question.
Just, we'll have some questions though. So let's go ahead. We have some questions, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted, sorry, is the parking pad existing at the moment, or is it being proposed?
Yes, sir. It is existing at the moment. It was put in about 11 years ago. It's never been used as a parking pad. It's used as a front walkway. We pay for on-street parking, but recently it's been difficult to find spots, so we want to start to use it as a parking pad.
I see, okay, right. So it hasn't been used as one before, but now?
No, sir, it has not.
Understood, thanks.
And I have a quick question. There will be no new construction or alteration, right? It's existing parking pad.
That is correct. There will be no additions, no changes, nothing at all.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yes. No? Okay. So do we have a motion on the, you like to move? Yeah, please.
Thanks, Chair. I think this is reasonable. I mean, it's a very common occurrence on this street, the front yard parking pads, and even though I don't think it's generally a desirable thing, the parking issues, I think, do play a role here. And the fact that there's no front yard soft landscaping variance involved, I think that makes it defensible. So I move approval of the application without condition.
Yes. Yeah, Mr.
I just wanted to add that I think the fact that transportation is okay with it is really significant. And that's why I feel like I can support it.
Okay, you will second it too, right? So all in favor for approval? Yeah, all in favor unanimously is approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you all. How do I get that card for the decision?
You will receive a decision via email next week, because you're the agent.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Okay, so the next item is number 2. Address is 326 CARLAW Avenue, Unit 109. This is to alter the existing 4-story mixed-use building by constructing a 1-story rooftop addition, including a deck. This is above the residential condominium unit 109, and as well as to construct a mezzanine addition within the unit. and we received a survey, site plan, floor plan, and elevation. A total of 7 photographs of the property and the decision affecting the property. And a copy, some email corresponding from the applicant, and also from some email corresponding from the agent with Metrolink and site-specific zoning bylaw, and we also receive a letter of interest from the property manager of 250 CARLAW Street, and they are seeking for one variance. Thank you.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no registered speakers.
Okay.
Hello,
Good
Andrew.
morning, committee.
Yes.
My name is Andrew Miskiv
Yes.
from AM Design Build Inc., located at 347 James Street in Toronto.
Yes. You do not have any opposition, and it seems that I think this is, I remember some similar application, maybe even from the same building, came before a committee before. So I'm going to check with the panel whether they need a presentation or they have just questions for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, please, go ahead. Yeah. No presentation, okay. Please go ahead with the question, Ms. Wilbur. Yeah.
So mentioned, there were previous similar requests. So can you just elaborate on that? How many units have been, granted approval to change the rooftops or to do any other, enlargements or changes?
If you go to the site photos I provided a Google Maps aerial view of the property. So it's a collection of several buildings. Not this one. Go down to yes, E1 photos site. So if you zoom in on the first picture there. So the property is a collection of various buildings assembled together. Some are live work, some are commercial, some are industrial. So we're proposing a similar rooftop enclosure like the ones to the left. There's around a dozen of these existing. And every unit owner has to go to C of A, pay the full $6,000 fee to get this access approved.
And any more questions? Yeah. Yes. And this time is basically the same thing you're doing, right?
Yeah, it's a different owner, different agent. It's just a similar project.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. We do not have any more questions to you. Do you want to anything you want to address the panel now before we move into discussion?
I would like to ask about the fee for the CDA hearing. I was told I have to ask the committee through this.
Through you, Madam Chair, that request has to come through a written letter, and that goes directly to the Secretary Treasurer, and then the Secretary Treasurer will determine about refunds to a fee request.
Yes, I remember we actually the committee panels has stopped doing with that part, the fee refund part. Yeah. So, okay, now we're in committee. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please.
I'm happy to move a motion to approve. It's already been done next door. It really has no impact on any neighbors. It's actually a great way of adding a little bit of extra space to a condominium. So I think it's fully supportable, and it's really just an FSI or GFA adjustment. So I move that we approve this without conditions.
Okay, and second, Ms. Roberts, second. And all in favor, with no condition. All in favor. It's approved unanimously. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Item number 3 is 550 Raglan Avenue. This is to alter the development standard zoning specific bylaw for the 28-story mixed-use building to increase the building height to 34. and increase the gross floor area and modify building setbacks. There will be a total of 236 residential dwelling units on this lot. This is currently under the review of the site plan control application. We received a copy of survey site plan, floor plan elevations, and a copy of the out plan of the survey, and also photograph of the subject property, cover letter from agent, and a functional storm water management report, shadow study, wind study, presentation material from the agent, and the site-specific bylaw. And we receive a report or comments from urban forestry and community planning. We also received a letter of interest or concern from 2101 500 St. Clair Avenue. And let me see. We also received a letter of opposition from 606-500 St. Clair Avenue West. And for this, I think that they are seeking 4 variances. Let's have the agent, please. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Cale Vanderveen.
Oh, hi. Yeah, good morning.
Hi.
Yeah.
From 3 Church Street, Suite 200. Good morning. Would you guys like my presentation?
I just want to check, is there someone else want to speak to this application?
Through you, Madam Chair, we have 1 speaker in support, 2 in interest, and 2 in opposition.
2 opposition, they will be speaking. So yeah, we do require a 5-minute maximum presentation from you, yes.
So I believe I submitted the presentation, so if you...
Oh, we bring up all the material first before, we won't start the clock until everything's ready, okay?
Great. So good morning, Madam Chair and committee members. My name is Cale Vanderveen. I'm a registered professional planner with Bousfields. I'm here today seeking your approval for 4 minor variances that will facilitate the construction of a new 34-story mixed-use building located at 5 to 15 Raglan Avenue. Next slide, please. The property is located on the east side of Raglan Avenue, north of St. Clair Avenue West, just west of Bathurst Street. The property is located within a context of high-density development, both existing and approved. Several recent development applications in the area have recently been approved on the west side of Raglan Avenue for heights of up to 36 stories and 132 meters. The site is currently vacant, with the existing dwellings and trees having been removed last year in preparation for development. Next slide, please. This slide shows the policy context. So on the left-hand side, you'll see the official plan map that designates it apartment neighborhoods. These areas permit new development, which is compatible with its context. Mixed-use areas are also located to the south and to the east of the site. On the right-hand side, you'll see the diagram 4 of the site-specific bylaw, which was approved through a settlement at the OLT in 2022. So the 2022 approval permits a 28-story building with a height of 92 meters, excluding mechanical penthouse, and 15,600 square meters of gross floor area with 210 residential units. Next slide, please. The proposed changes we are requesting today include 4 variances. The first would be to increase the building height to 34 stories and 110.65 meters, or 117 meters, including the mechanical penthouse. We would request to increase the gross floor area to 19,675 square meters, which will have 236 residential units, so just 26 new units. We would modify the setbacks, including reducing the massing facing 530 St. Clair Avenue to the west, or to the south, sorry, in order to improve separation distances, as well as a few minor tweaks to the tower floor plate. And we would be changing a couple of the balcony locations on the north and east elevations to reflect an updated architectural design and modified unit layouts. Next slide, please. These changes allow for larger, more family-sized units, with 59% of the units now proposed to be 2 bedrooms, 2 or more bedrooms, sorry, compared to 35% in the original proposal. The proposed building height aligns with the approved context, falling below the approved heights on the west side of Raglan Avenue, with the proposed building being 117 meters tall, including the mechanical penthouse, compared to 120 to 132 meters on the west side of Raglan. And the proposal continues to meet all amenity areas, parking, and bicycle requirements, and preserves the benefits of the original approval, including a new mid-block pedestrian connection, expanded public realm, non-residential space along Raglan Avenue, and children's play area in the amenity space. Next slide, please. This slide shows the details of the 4 proposed variances. So there's the height and GFA increases, as well as some rather complex changes to the height diagram that I showed earlier, which on the next slide, we show the changes that are proposed. So on the left side here, you will see the approved diagram in the 2022 bylaw. And then on the right side, highlighted in green, are the changes that we are requesting. So we are increasing the building height to 110 meters. You can see on the south side, we are reducing the podium height from 12 to 4 stories facing 530 Raglan Avenue to the south in order to improve that facing condition and separation distance, as well as a few other minor changes to the building floor plate to accommodate those larger units. Next slide, please. In conclusion, it is my opinion that the proposal meets the 4 tests of the Planning Act. I will note that we have discussed the proposal with community planning staff in advance of the application and that they are supportive. The proposal provides additional family-sized housing on a site that is walking distance from the subway, results in minimal built form impacts, including wind and shadow, which we submitted those relevant studies as a part of our application. And it is our opinion that it is appropriate based on the development context. The proposal retains the original approval's benefits, including a public access easement for mid-block connection, a widened rear laneway, and new sidewalks, widened sidewalks along the laneway, the south laneway, and along Raglan Avenue, and improves tower separation distances and reducing the perceived building mass from the public realm along at grade with the smaller podium proposed. Next slide, please. I thank you and welcome any questions that the committee may have.
Do you want to ask the question now, or you want to wait until other people speak? Yeah, we will ask our question when we hear the other people. Okay, let's have the first speaker, the next speaker, yeah.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have a speaker in support from Suite 1808 at 530 St. Clair in person.
All right, yeah, you can give him the mic. Oh, there's another mic. Yeah, okay. Turn it on, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the committee. Full disclosure, I'm here in literally 2 roles.
Your name and address.
Oh, I'm sorry, Guy D'Onofrio, 530 St. Clair Avenue West.
Okay.
I'm in Suite 1808. As I was saying, I'm here in actually 2 capacities because on behalf of the developer, I negotiated with the city the approvals, not only of the Raglan building, but 500 St. Clair, 530 St. Clair, and 1845 Bathurst Street. You will note that from the 2 most affected buildings that we have built, the one on Bathurst Street and 530 St. Clair, there is no opposition to this development. We have taken great care to work with city staff in all departments to make this a very positive application. And this request of committee is in keeping with decisions you have recently made along the west side of Raglan, and recently, I would say, in the past year to 18 months. None of my neighbors in my building at 530, they know my role with the developer. None of them have approached me in opposition, and neither have my friends who are in the Bathurst Street building or at 500 St. Clair. It's a strong community that the Goldman Group, through its various companies, has built there for the past 15 years. Thank you for your consideration.
Mm-hmm. Okay, any question to this speaker? What else? Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Through you, Madam Chair, we'll now hear from the speaker in interest at 2101 500 St. Clair West. Hello, Victor, you've been unmuted.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Victor Blanco, 2101 500 St. Clair Avenue West. First of all, there is opposition, both from 530 and 500 St. Clair. We have spoken to various people who object to this. Going that high is ridiculous. It'll cast shadow on the
excuse me, I think we should start the clock, yeah. Just one sec, yeah. All right, now you can go, yeah, thank you. Yeah, you give 5 minutes, right, thank you, yes.
All right, it'll cast significant shadows on our amenities, not to mention concerns about privacy. The main concern too is that Albert Wigan Lane is a highway. It's so congested. There's two-way traffic, delivery trucks stopping in there, pedestrians walking with reckless abandon. That laneway cannot support the number of units and traffic that would result. Also, when 530 was being built, they capped the easement from Raglan to that lane, and we went years not being able to use that laneway. The only way in was out of the easement at Bathurst Street. So we can't go another 2-3 years with having that laneway only being accessed through only one entry point. Yeah, it's. I'm not in favor of the increases or how it stands.
Yeah, I see. So the extra height is going to affect have more impact on your building, right? That's what, right? Yeah.
It would cast shadow on the shared
amenity space, you say?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. You still have some time. You can. Do you have any more you want to tell let the panel know? Yeah.
Again, I can't stress enough how congested that Albert Wigan Lane is, and it can't having an additional. I don't know how many units the increase represents, but it can't support that much traffic. Trying to get out through going up through Raglan to Connaught, it's very congested. We can't support that much more traffic in that small laneway.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Any question to this speaker? Just this one. Okay. Thank you. We move to the next speaker. We still have one more speaker, right?
Through you, Madam Chair, we have a speaker in opposition from 403 500 St. Clair Avenue West.
Okay. So let's bring the speaker on. We are ready for him. Yeah.
Hello, Mark. You've been unmuted.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Give us your name, also your address for the record, please.
Yes, Mark Hamilton, Unit 403 at 500 St. Clair Avenue West.
Yeah. Yes. Do you have anything you want the staff to bring up before your presentation, or you're ready for the presentation now?
I'm ready for the presentation.
Okay, let's start the clock then. Thank you. You have 5 minutes, please. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to start my video. Okay. I was trying to enable the video, but anyway, that's okay. I'm addressing you from northern Finland, where I'm currently on vacation. Obviously, this matter is very important to me, as my unit looks directly onto the site of the proposed building. From the northwest corner of the St. Clair Avenue West building. As a resident of 500 St. Clair Avenue West, I'm strongly opposed to the application before us today. The additional height and density proposed for 5 to 15 Raglan Avenue is not a minor variance to the original proposal. This change would add 6 stories to a building that is already a tight fit on a very small lot. The proposed building has very little setback from the property lines and would effectively shoehorn a very large building onto a very tight space. My concerns are with loss of sunlight, as Victor discussed, and impacts on wind velocity in the area. Does the proposed building add to the joy of living in the area, or does it create an unpleasant environment for residents of the community? I believe that the additional density and height should not be approved. Even before this increase in size, proposed structure is overly massive for a very small site. I would respectfully ask that this request be rejected by the Committee of Adjustment. Thank you for considering my comments.
Okay. Thank you. So you have any questions for this speaker? No? No? Okay. Thank you. Yeah. All right. The next, we have one more.
Through you, Madam Chair, we'll now hear from the next speaker in interest.
Okay.
Hello, Rosalie, you've been unmuted.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, Madam Speaker and the committee. My name is Rosalie Fermo, and I live at 500 St. Clair, Suite 1403. I'm here out of concern. I've listened, and as much as I understand the need for housing and progress and development and welcome it, even in our area, the concern is how we go about executing that goal. My concern is, as it stands, I've been a resident here, an owner for over a decade, and I've seen the traffic and the congestion escalate dramatically, specifically in the laneway. The concern here is that, not that we stop the development, but that there's some sort of commitment, and not just some sort where it's clearly defined what we're going to do to help manage the additional traffic. When I talk about traffic, I don't only mean vehicles within the area of the 4 buildings that will share that lane. I mean the traffic that shoots off of Bathurst to bypass St. Clair and cuts through the entire laneway that spans actually 3 or 4 city blocks, or shoots through our laneway to get onto Raglan quickly. That's one thing. Vehicle traffic, truck traffic, let's not forget delivery trucks, garbage trucks, and every other type of truck, Uber, you name it. Then we have the greatest concern of all, pedestrian traffic. The greatest, and to me, that's an accident waiting to happen. I don't think enough has been done. Actually, not think or feel, not enough has been done to guide pedestrian traffic. There's no indicators, there's no accountabilities. Cars are coming out of the ramp, and the way the parking lots are located, the ramp for 500 and 530, the visibility is already limited. They have mirrors, but that's clearly not enough. Pedestrians are shooting through there, bicycle children, the high school boys from St. Mike's, the neighborhood. At any given point, that laneway is more busy than St. Clair on that block, believe it or not. And that is of great concern. There's no signage. I think there's a stop sign that every now and then gets ripped out, but that was put up by the OFSA building. There's speed bumps that get ripped out every 3-4 weeks, depending on the weather in the winter. So that's my greatest concern. Besides the traffic on Raglan, when everyone spits out and tries to take that route, my concern is the actual traffic in the laneway. Okay. And at the end of the day, how is that going to be managed? And is it ultimately the building's responsibility? But it's getting to the point where, something needs to be done. Something needs to be done, be it by the city, because that's no longer a lane in the traditional sense. Where I grew up in the city, we played in the lanes freely for hours. Then we never, this is not what's going on here.
Thank you. Any question to this speaker? I do have one question. Just say that you have mentioned all these issues. Usually, development this size will have to go through a process of public consultation. The site plans, the site-specific bylaw was, I think, was approved at in 2024. But probably the consultation period was before that. Did you take part in any of the community consultation meeting to get some of this information you're asking now? Did you participate in any of the community?
No, I did not. Maybe I wasn't aware of it. Like, I became aware of it now, and therefore that's why. But that's been a concern of mine.
No, I just say yes or no. It's fine. I just want to know.
Yeah, definitely. No, I did not participate. I wasn't even aware of it. I can't tell you if I was in town or not.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And
sorry.
You gave us an answer. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to know whether the community were participating in the original approval of the the bylaw. Okay. Any question to this? Okay. Do we have more speakers?
Through you, Madam Chair, we have another speaker in opposition. Hello, Lama, you've been unmuted.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, can I start?
Yes. Can you give us your name and address just for a record again, please?
Sure. I'm Lama Abu Hatab. I'm the property manager at 1486 Bathurst Street. I'm the new property manager in that site. Starting August, my first day was officially August 19th.
Okay.
And I have a huge concern about this application, starting from the notice that we have received. The deadline was for the written comment from the owners was the August the 20th, which is already passed, and the owners, they missed that deadline, and they have we don't have their inputs, and I'm here to speak on behalf of the corporation TSCC 2787, which is like 1486 Bathurst Street.
Okay.
I'm in position to that variance. And I'm speaking on behalf of my board, the board members, starting from the president of the board member, Barry Piro.
Yes.
Yes, they voted like in position to that variance, comparing to my building, which is 93 units, having a new additional building, which is maybe like 20. I can see like the application was saying 230 or 210 units. That's a huge concern. Starting from the fact that I didn't have the chance for my residents to have their voice to be delivered to you. And another fact, I'm going to add to Victor and Rosalie about the congestion in that shared lane between 4 buildings, which is very hard to drive, navigate, it's not only for the vehicles, it's for the people, for the residents, for the delivery truck, as they said, and it's a huge concern. Safety is a priority, as you know, and in real life, driving in this lane, which is the Albert lane, it's very hard. It's very congested, as the other speaker they mentioned. And this is basically on the side that there's a fact that the western view of Bathurst Street will be blocked by the 32 stories building. yeah, these are like my hugest concern, and I appreciate that you consider my concern.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, I would like to also like to clarify. I want to ask you something because you said that in the beginning you said you have concern for the increase of the height. Is that
yes?
Okay. I'd like to know can you tell us the actual impact that you think that you will create, please?
Having more stories, more units. Will create, like, of course, like more stories mean like more people they live, more vehicles they're gonna pass this tiny lane, which
traffic.
is out.
Yeah, the
Yes.
increase of traffic is what you think that the increase will create more increase of the in traffic. Okay, that's what I want to clarify. Thank you very much.
Yes, safety in that traffic because of the traffic.
Okay. And but you have no that's not relating to anything other than the traffic, the increase of traffic. I mean. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. So, any question to this speaker? Okay. Yes, we have finished with the other oppositions.
Through you, Madam Chair, yes, we have no more registered speakers for this item.
Okay, thank you very much. And then we bring back the applicant, and you will we give you 5 minutes to respond to what they have raised, and then we might have all more questions for you after. Okay.
Great, thank you. If you could please go to the last slide of my presentation. We do have the shadow study, which was completed, a summary of the shadow study, which was completed. To address the first concern regarding shadows, when we review the incremental shadow impact from the original proposal to what we were proposing, there would be no impact to the amenity spaces of 530 St. Clair Avenue West. The small amount of, and 500, and the incremental shadows mostly fall well to the north and move quickly, so there would be no impact to the shadowing on the existing buildings over the original approval. And further to that, as I noted in my original presentation, we are proposing actually to reduce the building mass on floors 4 to 12 facing 500 and 530 St. Clair Avenue West. So this would actually allow for a more open facing condition for those buildings with improved separation distances over the original proposal with a greater access of view from those buildings. With regards to traffic, this building is continuing to provide several benefits that the original building approval, 2022 approval, provided, including a new sidewalk on the north side of the east-west public laneway to separate the pedestrian and vehicular traffic. And then also on the northwest or north-south laneway, we were widening that to a full 6-meter width, which is the standard supported by transportation staff, as well as an additional 2.5 meters, which would be privately owned, which would provide additional flexibility and space for vehicles to circulate in that laneway to make sure that everybody can safely navigate the laneway and reach their buildings. We are proposing 42 parking spaces here, so there isn't a significant amount of additional parking in the application, and it's actually the amount of parking spaces actually decreased from the original 2022 approval. So there's actually going to be less traffic generation in the revised proposal versus the original 2022 approval, which had, I believe, something like 70 parking spaces in the original proposal. With regards to the views, I already quickly identified that we are reducing the massing to try to improve the views and improve the preserved building mass from grade. There's now only a 4-story podium instead of the previously proposed 12 stories, which should kind of help create a more pedestrian-scaled environment in the surrounding public realm. Mm-hmm. And then finally, I do want to note as well, through Guy here, told me that as the applicant also built the 3 adjacent buildings originally, original condo purchasers in those buildings were required to sign a declaration when they purchased those units to be made aware that the applicant did own these lands and intended to redevelop them in the future. So they were made aware when they first purchased their units that this site would be redeveloping, and this has been something that's been a long time coming, and we've done a lot of work with city staff, both in transportation and community planning, who are all in support of the application to get us here today. Thank you.
Okay. Any question to speak? Yes, please, go ahead.
Yeah, there is a community planning condition. You've seen that, and that's okay?
Yes, we are supportive of the conditions.
Yes.
You
Can you
company went through extensive process of, changing the site-specific bylaws, right? You went through land tribunal, right, which approved 28. Why to change now?
Yeah, sure. So a few things have changed since our original 2022 approval. Specifically the built form context, and there's new city policy around major transit station areas, which I think received quite a bit of media attention recently about increasing densities. There's also been many changes to the market, the housing market since 2022, specifically with a shift in demand towards larger family-sized units, which is one of the other large drivers of this change, is that we wanted to shift away from a larger percentage of one bedrooms to more 2- and 3-bedroom units in the building. And then as well, the built form context has changed. There is now 3 approvals on the west side of Raglan Avenue that are all going to be taller than what we're requesting today. As well as on the east side of Bathurst Street, there's approvals, I believe, there into the mid-40s in height that weren't there at the time of the original approval. So the built form context has changed since 2022, as well as the market and other factors.
Yes. I have just to clarify, because you went really fast, and I thought I probably missed it. You did mention some, because you have to, there's some changes or additional requirement on the public realm that triggers some of the necessary revisions. Is that?
So we're not changing any of the setbacks at grade. So all the original sidewalk, the new sidewalk on the laneway, there's a widened sidewalk on Raglan Avenue. There's a new east-west pedestrian connection on the north side of the building.
Okay.
Those are all unchanged from the original approval. Those were secured. But we are changing the building massing a little bit so that when you're standing on Raglan Avenue or in the laneway, the building should feel a little bit smaller, a little less bulky than it did in the original proposal, because we're shrinking that podium.
So the public realm, does it include a bicycle lane or landscaping and all that stuff? That's what.
There's improved there's no bicycle lanes just because of the size of the streets, but there is improved landscaping, new street trees along Raglan Avenue, and new widened sidewalks, new sidewalk along the laneway, and a new mid-block connection, yeah.
Okay, and this site is just a step away from the subway station, right?
I think it's about 300 meters, which would be about a 3-minute walk, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, can you walk us through very briefly this balcony issue? So there seems to be balcony exclusion zones. Can you explain why those were there in the first place and what you're proposing to change and why?
Yeah, so given the tight site conditions here, a part of the original approval was securing balcony exclusion zones specifically to try to minimize any additional impacts on those tower separation distances to the east and the south. We are proposing a few changes because we have introduced some new family-sized units, and with that, the internal floor plans change, and then we have to move the balconies. But we have been very careful in the design of the balconies to make sure that they're not, where we're locating them, are not actually impacting any of those separation distances between 1486 Bathurst and 500 St. Clair West to the south of us. So those facing distances remain unchanged. We've just shifted some of the balconies around a little bit just because the internal floor plans are different now, so the balconies need to be in different locations. And we had those discussions with city planning staff, and they were supportive of those changes, and they have no issues with it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I have one more question. You did mention that there's a few approved developments on the west side of your property. Compared to, because you're asking for quite a bit of increase in terms of percentage. So can you tell us that with the new approved development compared to your new height, are they comparable, or yours is still the highest, or what?
Yeah, so there is, I believe it's the second slide of my presentation shows that context and those heights.
Okay.
So there are 3 approvals across the street. The approvals vary between 30 and 36 stories, but all 3 of them would actually be taller than what we're requesting. So their heights would vary between 120 and 132 meters in height, and we are requesting 117. So all 3 of those would be taller than our site, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay, so yours is within the increased height will be within that proposal?
Yeah, it remains below the area approvals.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? No, we do not have any more questions. Now we're in committee. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are again seeing those applications when the addition of floors to the already approved applications, and I understand that the context is changing, and the city and the new permits are being issued, and the market is changing. But I have a I have a problem with doing approving those additional floors the way it's being done, right? Because again, the project went through an extensive approval process, tribunals, site-specific zoning bylaws. So I think it's not a proper avenue to go and approve any additional changes and additions to units, and especially 6 additional floors. So I'm not supporting this application.
Okay, thank you. Yes, please.
Thanks, Chair. I feel a bit differently than my colleague. I think that there are improvements made to this this application that make it supportable, in my opinion. I think the slimming down of the bulk, and particularly the lowering of the podium, I think in this very dense environment, that'll make a change, I think, in terms of the experience of tenants in the other buildings. I think that'll open things up somewhat. And I take the agent's point that the built form context has changed in the area. Like, the approvals have gone up significantly over the last several years. And the almost 60% of 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom units, I think, is a very important change in this. I think that makes a material difference. And looking at the variances themselves, I believe they're pretty minor, like the impact of them. The height and GFA are large numbers in terms of increase, but I think that impact of the shadowing is essentially, it is because it's just up and overlapping with other shadows, it moves quite quickly, and I think the impacts aren't great. So I'll be supporting this application.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of proposals to kind of shift space around in condos, and I think that those are entirely appropriate. The idea of moving the massing is great, and certainly, I think we've seen small increases in height in order to compensate for those shifts around. Those are completely reasonable, and I've always supported those. But here's the thing, like, all of those changes could be done without the massive increase in the GFA. Like, the GFA increase is really, really significant, 25%. I don't really feel like that's a minor thing. Like, you could easily make the change to the massing. You could increase the number of 2-bedroom units. All of those things could be done with a couple of additional stories to compensate for the changes, and a minor change in GFA. But what's being asked for is really a major extension of GFA. And I think that the proposed massing changes are good. I would totally support those if the additional height being requested was really just to compensate for that, and the increase in GFA was minor. Mm-hmm. But to me, this is a rezoning. There has been, as my colleague said, there was a negotiated settlement. I think the two options are either to do a proper rezoning, which talk to the city, assess all of the implications. The neighbors have shown that there will be implications from having greater density here. And the other thing is, yes, it's an MTSA, but there's already massive density going on in the area. There's no danger that this is not going to meet the provincial requirements for density. There's massive density going on. There's even more planned. That's not really an issue. So I agree with my colleague that this isn't really a minor variance that comes to our committee. This is something that's more concerned. I would say either the options are to come back to us with something that really is just a change in height that addresses the various changes that are needed in the form. And a small increase in GFA would be totally reasonable. But the amount of requesting is really is an attempt to get a lot more space from something that was negotiated carefully with the city.
Yeah.
Or they can go back to the city and get a rezoning, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to do as well. But I just don't think that this is. I think this is beyond the scope of our committee, so I can't support this.
You cannot?
No.
Oh, I see. I think. But I sort of agree with Peter in a way from another angle. That's why I asked about the other recently approved height in this opposite, just on Sinclair, and on the opposite from this property, because as you can see that if it's there within that, the other development's been already approved in that height. And I think that this request increased height is reasonable, because it fit within the other development in this area. But I'm not trying to say that increased height in condo is not minor. They have asked in terms of number. In percentage is 6 story is large, but I think also in terms of the whole area, when you think about anything that we can accommodate increase in height, is in this specific spot, because it's really just a step away from the subway, and if you increase in height, and this is the spot that you can gradually spreading out along Sinclair Avenue. I think it is appropriate have this, not appropriate, I mean reasonable to ask for the increase of the height. Yeah, that's my opinion. So it seems that we do have some divisions on this. Yeah. So let's see. In terms of process, I agree. Sometimes we as a committee, we feel that we have little time to deal with these big rezoning issues. But since they actually have been working with community planning, they have probably have discussed all these issues. Then they're ready for us to make a decision. Probably they think that we can, yeah, make a amendment of committee adjustment. That's right.
Okay, so just to move ahead, bring in the motion to refuse this application.
In a second, we second. All in favor of the refuse. 2, 1, and I abstain. Just in order not to cast a tight vote. Yeah. So it's be refused. That's all right. Yeah. Okay. Next item is number 4. It's 1081 Dufferin Street. This is to construct a new one-story detached auxiliary building, which is a 2-car garage in the rear yard of the existing 2-story detached dwelling. We have a copy of the survey, site plan, floor plan, elevations, 3 photographs of the rear yard, and also a decision affecting the property at 1083 Dufferin Street, a copy of the corresponding from the agent. And I think that's, and they're seeking for 1 variance only. We are ready for the agent, please.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no registered speakers.
Okay. All right.
Hi, good morning,
good morning.
Mr. Chair and
Yes.
every committee member. I'm the applicant for the for this application for 108 Dufferin Street. My name is Tony Yu, and my address is 2347 Kennedy Road.
Yes. Okay. You have no oppositions, and I'm going to see whether we need a presentation from you first. No. Do you have questions? No. Yeah, we do have some questions. Please go ahead, Ms. Hubert. Yeah.
So it's hello. So I understand it's a new construction, and you're aware of the of the limitations of the zoning bylaw, but the building should be 40 square meters or less. Like, what's the reason for building a garage which is 49.12 square meters?
Well, actually, it's we are just actually looking for some like actual parking space for two-car garage, and we hope like some storage also can be put in the garage, and since it's quite narrow lot, and during the construction maybe hard to construct. So if we leave like 2 feet on each side and hard to maintain the snow or like or any grass. So that's the reason we try to put each wall to the property line. So make sure that we have proper drainage to the front and avoid any stormwater drain to the neighbors. That's the reason we hope to push the outer wall to the limit of the property, whereas maintain the great stormwater maintenance management.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this could answer your question, and I'm open to answer any question.
Okay, thank you. Let me check whether we have more questions. Any more questions? Okay. Thank you. We do not have any more questions. We are in committee now. Yeah. Okay. I look at the photographs. Actually, the garage needs to be replaced. It's in pretty bad shape, and I'm not too sure that a little bit of increase will create too much increased impact. It's there already. Yeah.
I agree, Chair. I think that these are long blocks on this part of Dufferin, and as we can see in the survey, this is only marginally bigger than the one right beside it.
Yeah.
And I take the applicant's point that going side to side is more desirable than leaving kind of unusable gaps.
Yes, a little gap is harder to maintain in some way. Okay, so do we have a motion here, or do we want to
add
discuss?
something, Ellie? You seem to no.
No, it's just, it's generally, like, I appreciate your input in this. Like, we have a new construction, right? It's an ancillary building, so why not to build, to standard, like, right? So there should be a reasoning for that. And, I understand it's a narrow lot, building, like, living in a small stretch of land. I'm not sure how much, how desirable it would be in terms of, basically, stormwater management, probably, but no, I don't see any. I don't have any concerns with that. But I appreciate the input in general on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have motion. Yeah, please.
Sure. So for the reasons I stated before, and for the fact that there's no rear yard soft landscaping variance involved in this request, I think it's a supportable application. I move approval without condition.
Okay. Mr. Dillon, second. All in favor? All in favor is approved, no conditions. Thank you. So the next item is item number 5, 301 Woodmount Avenue. This is to alter the existing three-story detached dwelling by constructing a rear two-story addition with a ground floor deck and stair. We have received a survey site plan floor plan elevations, 2 photographs of the property, and also a decision affecting this property. We also receive OMB decision affecting the subject property. They are seeking 2 variances. We are ready for the agent or the applicant.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no registered speakers.
Okay.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
Yes.
My name is Tony Henriquez. I'm at 543 Concord Avenue, and I am the agent for this application.
Okay, thank you. You do not have any opposition or any persons of interest to speak to this application. So let me check what the panel wants to have a presentation or right into questions. Any question? Yes, please. Go ahead, please, Ms. Wilbur. Yeah.
Oh, I think she said she wanted a presentation.
Oh, you do want a presentation? Oh, okay, I didn't hear. I'm sorry. You're speaking. Okay, I missed that. So, yeah, one of our members would like to have a presentation. So,
yes.
Please give us a very brief presentation, maximum 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yes. Basically, it's quite simple. We're just proposing a 2-story addition, a really small addition. It's going to be about 188 square feet per floor. So we're asking for an additional 376 square feet to this property. This is a corner lot. We are at the east north corner of Woodmount and Cosburn. Cosburn is kind of a busy street. It's not your typical residential street. It is busy. And the zoning south of Cosburn, which allows 75% density. So we're kind of in between a restrictive zoning and a more lenient zoning, and we're kind of right in the middle there. The reason for our proposal is we're just trying to adjust the house to accommodate the owners a little better. They bought this house as is. They have not done any renovations since they purchased it, and now they've kind of like to customize the house to fit their style a little more, and this small little addition would satisfy them.
Okay. Any questions? Okay.
The building depth variance, does the addition of the deck trigger this variance in this case?
I can just check. No, the deck does not count. The deck is very small, so that it's not included in the length.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions? So are we ready? Yeah. We're in committee now. Yeah. Yep. I'm ready. Let's go. Yeah, Pete.
I mean, I don't have any concerns with this. I think the fact that it's a corner lot, it helps out, and the additional length is really, it's just over 1 meter than what is permitted. And I think it's reasonable and a relatively modest proposal. The density number looks high, but I think like the existing house would already be significantly above. So I'm just going to go and move a motion to approve this application. I think the variances are minor.
1 second.
I just said add that I take the applicant's point that it's on Cosburn, which is a pretty busy and dense street, and I think actually will be allowing greater density anyway. So I'm happy to second that motion.
Yeah, I agree too. The other property across the street on Osborne, they actually are high, much high. They are all of them are higher already. So I also agree with you. So we have. Are you second? You second. No conditions, right? No. All in favor? It's approved unanimously. Thank you. Thank you. So we have the next item is number 6. It's 44 St. Hubert Avenue. Just let me get all right. This is to construct a new 2-story detached dwelling with a front porch with a canopy and stairs, a front integral garage, a rear 3rd-story deck with stairs, and a rear basement walkout, and front and rear 2nd-story balconies. The existing auxiliary building, which is a garage, will be demolished. And we receive a survey, site plan, floor plan elevations, 10 photographs of the property, and also we receive a staff report from Urban Forestry. And they are seeking 9 variances. We are ready for the agent, please.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and 1 speaker in interest and 1 speaker in opposition.
Okay, I see. Okay, so let's have the applicant. Oh.
Hello,
Morning.
MD. You are unmuted.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have some opposition, so yeah, we like to have a presentation from you. Okay. 5 minutes. Give us your name and address for the record.
Good morning, Honorable Chair and all the members of the committee.
Yes.
My name is MD Moinul Islam. Address is 35 North Uttra Boulevard, Scarborough.
Okay.
Representing this application as applicant and designer as well.
Okay, yes.
This project proposes single-family detached dwelling, and there is 9 variances. Reasons involves these 9 variances outlined in the zoning notice, which we can frame with the context as 4 group, like the building height with the main wall and the FSI. Those actually are required to maintain a standard spatial environment, responsible functional design with sensible livable family space that is still consistent with evolving neighborhood character. And lot coverage and setbacks, those are for modest adjustments, still provide adequate separation and open space. And next is stairs and landscaping. Those are need for enhancing functional and design aesthetics, still maintaining green space with minimized impacts. And there is a small technical variances that eaves with a very negligible impacts. So the proposed development represents a modest intensification of the lot while remaining compatible with the surroundings residential context and aligning with the emerging new construction standards across the city. The requested variances are very minor in nature, desirable for the appropriate development of the property and maintaining general intent in the purpose of the zoning bylaw and the official plan. But to show a context, several comparable variances have been approved in the neighborhood. As illustrated in the overlay map you will see on the last page, it is to demonstrating how the proposal fits within the established pattern of the development in the neighborhood. So I would like to urge to the committee to consider the merit of this proposal. And also I am ready to address any concern you may suggest. Thank you.
Okay. Do we want to ask him questions now, or you want to wait till we hear the other people? Okay, let's have the next speaker, please. Yeah.
Through you, Madam Chair, we'll now hear from the speaker in interest.
Okay.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, my name is Sugandhi Kadaravalu. I'm at 42 St. Hubert, directly south of the proposed development.
Yes.
And I have a few questions. One of them being from the south side. Is there going to be a parking laneway Or is it just strictly limited to the proposed parking garage and the hardscape in front of it?
Yeah, okay, we can get the agent to respond to that. So can you give us the other questions, please? Yeah, or concern, yeah?
Yeah, the other question is the reduction in the sought landscape to the east side of the proposed property. And it's substantially reduced, as well as I'm curious about what's going to happen to the tree in front of it.
Okay.
And the last question I have is the balcony to the west side of it. Is that going to be more of a dwelling space outside in the balcony, and how that impedes our privacy? Because we have both kinds, privacy concern.
You have privacy concern on the balcony, on the west side, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Those are my questions.
Yeah, any questions to this speaker? Okay, we do not have any question for you. So let's move to the next speaker, please.
Through you, Madam Chair, we'll now hear from the final speaker in opposition.
Thank you.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, hi. I submitted a presentation.
Can you give us your name and address first? Yeah.
First name is Kane, last name is Noth.
Okay.
I reside at 44 St. Hubert Avenue, basement unit.
Okay. So you have some material you want the staff to bring up first? Before
No, I just want to go over the presentation. As it clearly states, like I moved in here in April, ending of April, and the family living above me, I found later sub-rented the unit. It was through my ODSP worker who had informed me that they were not the owner of the house. And I already paid through a line of credit I had to take from the bank the first and last month's rent before I knew of this. Again, I was reassured multiple times that the owner is aware through my request, both verbal and written through text. I do have those texts available. So if they are interested, I do have them here on my phone. And the rental agreement was for 1 year. And I told them that I have 5 years at TMU. That's the whole purpose of why I moved here. Because I'm going to go into aerospace engineering co-op program. Now, throughout the conversations and text back and forth, I later found out that the owner of the property was now going to demolish the house. So I was surprised that on the 11th that I saw the sign.
Excuse me, sir. I just want to remind you that committee adjustment is only dealing with we can only deal with the application. They're trying to redevelop this property, and they're asking for some variances.
So I did not receive.
Anything other than that, like a lease or tenancy and all that, we do not have the mandate to deal with it. So you can call 311 and
no,
ask,
I'll just.
yeah.
Okay, so in my presentation, as you can tell, to go through the slides, and the person can see the slides as well, or they're more than welcome to come and see the unit itself. You'll see that the renovations were already completed during my stay, in which I spent a lot of money. I want to thank the colleague from the other house of what I did with the landscape, because that was all done by me as well. And again, no compensation was given. So hopefully this information, as well as all other concerns I do have, I did not receive an N13 as well in regards to this unit being demolished. And that's all.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Any questions? Yeah.
Question.
We have some question for you. So
Yes, sir, Mr. North, could you reiterate who did you sign the rental agreement with?
Great question. So that was here, and I do have it, and also my ODSP worker has it in writing from Saeed Osam. Let me just get his exact name. Let's see here. So Saeed Osama Ali, the family that lives above.
Is he the
That's
owner
correct.
of this dwelling?
And he said that he was the owner, him and his wife. That was the impression. I already paid the first and last month's rent. It was through the ODSP worker that we found out that they are not the owner. And I was reassured, I do have the text in front of me here, that yes, they are fully aware, and they want me to even take care of Unit 10 or House 105 to help them with their landscaping. And also yesterday I received a request to take care of another house on Cardona. So it's really suspicious how nobody is aware of this, but I'm the only one that's been here, so.
Yeah, thank you. I have to just sort of remind, maybe I can ask this question to our Deputy Secretary Treasurer. Any of these kind of issues is really beyond our scope today, right? And you should be advised to contact some other.
Through you, Madam Chair, that's correct.
Yeah, because we cannot say who, we only take what the applicants, being the lawful agent or.
We take what's on the application form, but what is also in our system.
Yeah, yeah.
So any other matters are civil.
I see. So let's keep our question on that too, because it's hard to determine this kind of, because we don't have the knowledge or tools to resolve the
I
conflict.
want to clarify something. Was he saying that he spent his own money to do renovations in this building?
That's correct. I had to. I got the
Yeah,
lawnmower.
It sounds like this will be
I did everything here.
Unfortunately, that's not within our jurisdiction, but I think that's a civil matter, and you may want to pursue that within.
But if I don't even know who the real owner was, and then now there's
that's not something that we can
demolition,
deal with.
how can I not oppose this? Like, where am I going to live after all this?
Understood.
Like, that's my concern.
Yes.
I spent over $5,000 just renovating this place.
Understand.
Ripping out the floor, redoing it. Redid my washroom just got flooded yesterday. We ripped it out. We had to rip out the ceiling. Or else the ceiling would have caved over my head. Like, please, he knows this.
Thank you.
I talked to him yesterday because I left him a voicemail saying that, yeah, I'll think about when the time is ready to take care of Cardona's property to help them with the lawn, because I'm that type of guy. I'm trying to be nice. He only responded to that. And as soon as he reached out to me yesterday, he said, and I quote, "Listen, I don't have a lease with you. Remember that." And this is the type of response I'm getting. So I understand that there are civil matters and so on, but I have concerns if I'm the one who's living here.
Yes.
And this is the type of reception I'm getting.
Certainly, you're right. It's good that we know this kind of issues. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay. Do we have other speakers?
Through you, Madam Chair, we have no more speakers.
Let's bring up the agent to respond to the issues raised regarding. I just like to remind the applicant regarding the last speaker about that all the things that they're experiencing. And although the committee cannot deal with those civil matters, but on the other hand, it seems that you might have to talk to the tenants about the development. Yeah. Okay, let's have the agent back. Yeah.
Madam D, you've been unmuted.
I would assure that I will convey to the owner for this matter. I think he will not know that, maybe, or because I don't know about that, but obviously it will be taken care of with the best manner.
Yeah, but then although we do not deal with the specific issue, we can't. But on the other hand, I think the panel we will be concerned about someone actually living in the property that is not aware of the development. That I think we are concerned with. Yeah.
Yeah, I will assure. I will let the owner knows.
Okay. Any question to the
Things.
applicant?
I think he is hearing us.
He's what? Sorry, can't hear you.
He is hearing us. He is seeing the whole meeting.
What? Can you repeat what you just said? I missed what we're trying
The
to...
owner is seeing the meeting, so...
Oh, he's going to set up a meeting, you mean?
He's watching.
Oh, he's watching.
Yeah.
Oh, he's watching. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, he's watching.
Okay.
Question, to the best of your knowledge, has the owner made any attempts to talk to the current tenant?
I think he doesn't know because I think the tenant said that he was did something yesterday or maybe day before yesterday, he said already. So maybe it's very recent and the owner doesn't live in the property right now. Okay, the owner actually asked to me that can he speak?
I don't think so. You're representing the owner. You already used up your 5 minutes. I don't think so. We can the panel can make a decision on that. Yeah.
He will discuss with him with the tenant.
Through you, Madam Chair, if you want to hear from the owner, you can, if they want to confirm any conversations with the tenant.
All right, just on that issue. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah.
His name is Abid Bayani.
Yes. We will. Yeah. The owner, if he wants to tell us why the tenants are not informed or whether they have made attempt to talk to them, please let us know. He can speak now. Yeah.
Hello, Abid, you've been unmuted.
Hi, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Abid, and it's my parents that own the property at 44 St. Hubert, and we're building the place for it. But this tenant, I had no idea that's been there. That's actually been done illegally. So I have no idea. Again, I'm just starting to find this out that Osama has rented the place downstairs without my knowledge. So this is all news to me, and we will deal with it. But obviously, nobody's allowed to sublease the place or be there. So as you know, that as landlords, we're not allowed to enter. So I'm not sure a lot of stuff that happens there, but this is news to me, and I have no knowledge of this gentleman staying there. And again, it's illegal to do that, so we will take action about it.
Okay, thank you. So if I ask you a question, let's say it seems that this is a interesting, tough issue. If I will suggest the panel, of course the panel have to also approve this for deferral until you sort something out and come back to us. Because it is way, I do not think the panel is ready to make a decision on something like this because it's affecting people who live in the property right now. That's only a suggestion. The panel has, eventually it's the panel's decision whether it's a better step forward is to have a deferral. But thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Any question to this owner?
A question for the agent?
Agent, okay.
Yeah. Is the agent on the line?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So a couple questions. First of all, you do have fairly low front soft landscaping. Would you be okay if we put a condition that the driveway be built with permeable pavers?
Yep, that's...
Okay, great. And I was wondering also if you could talk to, so it looks like on the south side yard setback that what you're asking for is a smaller setback than what currently exists. Can you just speak to why you're doing that with a new build?
You may see that this lot is quite narrow, and the length is still small, so we just adjusted. On the other side, you will see that there is setback 1.2 meter instead of 0.9. So we just shifted the building to provide some windows on the outside. That's the main reason, exactly.
So I didn't quite catch that, sorry.
You're cutting out. Can you please speak directly into your microphone?
Okay. Yes. So you would see that on the north side, there is 1.2 meter setback instead of 0.9. We actually give some more space on the north because we have some windows and we wants to have without any fire shutter. So we just shifted the same amount of, like almost the same. We shifted 0.32 meter on the south side from the north.
Right, and you don't have any windows on the south side.
Sorry, apologies.
Sorry, so you say you gave more space on the north side so you could have windows, and so you don't have any windows on the south side, is that correct?
No windows on the south side, right.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's interesting. That next question for me is on your survey or site plan. There's on the south side. There's a right of way. Will that shifting affect the right of way? It's only 0.79. Yeah, because you have to maintain 0.79 times 21.34 meter. If your setback you're asking for is only 0.58, will that be encroaching into the right of way? Can the staff bring up the site plan? Yeah. Can the staff bring up the site plan? That is very clearly state that right of way, the size of the right of way on the south side.
On the south side, yeah.
Yes. I'm looking at it on my screen, but maybe the staff can bring it up so everybody can see it.
Sorry, I couldn't see.
Just wait a minute. Wait a second. Yeah, another page. Done. Yeah, that one. Zoom in. No, sorry. Zoom in. Yes, more. You can see on that's very faint letter saying right away 0.79 times 21.34. So if you move your building down to 0.58, will you? I'm just saying that will you encroach the right of way? Will you have enough room to keep the right of way clear?
Madam Chair,
yes.
Right now, 46 number of on the north side, that's already built a new house, and those the building of the 46 was required to have right of way from 44, and 42 actually giving the right of way on 44. So in these construction, we will not no longer need it on any right of way from 42.
So the right of way
And 46
is,
already withdrawn the right of way.
the right of way is from you, right? The 42 asking the right of way from your property, right? Is it not?
Madam Chair, the 44 asking right of way on the 42.
Oh, so is that they will have to maintain that size, and when you move in, the right of way is measuring from your property 0.79 southward?
Yes.
Okay, I understand. But then you will make the whole thing narrower, and then at the moment, are they using this right of way for vehicle or for what? It will reduce it by
We will no longer need
6 inches or
the
something.
right of way from
Have
42.
you talked to 42? That's what you're going to do? To let me know.
I think by the owner, just verbally, he talked. I think so.
You think so?
I
Okay.
actually suggested to him.
Through you, Madam Chair, the right-of-way is not before us,
I see.
and we don't remove right-of-ways.
No, I don't.
This is another civil matter.
Okay. No, I just want to know that it's not impacting the 42, that's all.
If it does impact, then it's going to be a battle between the two landowners.
I'll add that it looks like 42 parking is on its south side. I don't think they use this right away.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So any more questions, then are we in committee? Yeah. So we're in committee now. Thank you. Yeah. Who wants to start first? Okay.
Regardless of the matter with the tenant, which is not, it's not the item before us, but still complicates the situation, I do have concerns about several variances, especially variance number 5, which, obviously triggers variance number 7 and 8. The lot coverage is over 20% over of the permitted coverage, and I think in some it results in a proposal which is not minor, but taking into account everything we discussed here today, I would propose a deferral of this application to sort out the matters and to maybe improve the variances a little bit.
Yeah, you think that some of the variants are not minor, right? That I want to repeat. Yeah, okay, I want to summarize what you just said. Okay, thank you. So any other, okay, yeah, please, Peter. Yeah.
Sure, thanks, Chair. I don't know, I feel comfortable enough making a decision on the application before us. I'm not sure if a deferral would result in a much improved application. I just want to say I think the issue with the tenant is very concerning, but yeah, it's nothing that we can deal with, and there's appropriate avenues for that. So I hope that gets resolved. But just in regard to the variances before us, I think this is really a kind of indicative of the rebuilds that are happening in this area, and particularly it's very similar to the two houses immediately adjacent to it, down the north and the south. The lot coverage, which Nellie has concerns with, I find that a reasonable enough number. And I think, to Dylan's point before, talking about the front yard landscaping, by installing permeable pavers on that driveway, I think that's a meaningful change. So I support this application, but I think we should also include privacy screening on the rear balcony on the north and south side.
North and south side.
Yeah, to
private-
address the neighbor's concern. Again, I think that is because this house goes slightly deeper than its neighbors. I think that overlook question is real.
Just north and south edges on the what?
On the rear second story balcony.
Second floor. Okay, second floor. Yeah. Okay.
I think I agree with my my colleague Peter. I don't think that. I mean, it sounds from both the tenant and the owner's perspective. It sounds like this was an illegal sublease.
Yeah.
We can't really hold the owners to that. The tenant has been exploited by the other tenants, and you know, he needs to seek civil penalties or civil restitution for that. He's being exploited and deceived, but that's not really in our space. I don't think it makes sense to, you know, delay this application just for that. Hopefully the owner will address the issue and work with the subtenant to perhaps get compensation from the tenants.
Yes.
But overall, I thought that this, I have a couple of concerns about this. I don't love that they're moving the whole thing south, but then we haven't had an objection from the neighbor in 42, and there's still a lot of space there. So, you know, and the front steps are perhaps a little wide, but overall, I don't think that there's any really significant impacts from this. I agree that it's similar to the houses next door. It's a bit of a short lot, so the lot coverage doesn't bother me too much. I feel like with the provision for the permeable pavers in front, that will help address the issues with the front soft landscaping.
Yes, you have mentioned this permeable paver.
I asked the agent, and they said that they were.
What is the limits, like the extent of it?
I would say we just say that the driveway be built with permeable pavers.
Oh, the driveway. Okay. Yeah, I see.
So I think this is supportable. I don't really think that we should defer it.
Yeah, I agree. I was just suggesting it sounds like the issues are quite serious.
Yeah.
But I also agree with you that a deferral that's not going to, it's not going to make too much difference in terms of what's in front of us. I don't think it will achieve in terms of planning goal.
Overall, I think this fits with the two houses next door, basically.
Yeah, the massing, everything, is probably quite comparable. So do we have a motion then?
I'll bring the motion. For the reasons that we discussed, I'll move approval of the application, subject to urban forestry condition 3, and the rear balcony privacy screening on the north and south of the second floor balcony, and that the driveway be constructed with permeable pavers.
Okay, you want second? Yes. To all in favor? 3-1, Ms. Hubert dissent. Right. Yeah. 3-1. It's approved. Thank you very much. Yes. So let's move to item number 7, 53 BINSCARTH Road. Oh, 5. Okay. Yeah, we will have 5.
Madam Chair, let's do 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Let's have a 10 minutes break. We will resume in 10 minutes. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. We resume. The next item is number 7, 53 BINSCARTH Road. This is to alter existing two-story detached dwelling by constructing a rear deck abutting the existing rear two-story addition. We have received a survey site plan, floor plans, and elevations. 14 photographs of trees and a cover letter from the agent, and also a decision affecting the property, and TRCA permits, and we also received comment from Heritage Planning, and also communication from within Natural Feature Protection and advisory report from the TRCA, and they're seeking for 3 variances. We are ready for the agent. Yeah.
Through you, Madam
Good
Chair.
morning, Madam Chair. Jay Smith, agent for the application. My address is 2814 Hollington Crescent.
Okay. Did we get your name?
It's Jay Smith.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes. Do we have any other people want to speak to this item? Do they have any oppositions?
Through you, Madam Chair, there are no registered speakers for this item.
Okay, so in that case, I would like to see whether our panel needs a presentation or whether they would like to go straight to questions. No presentation. Okay, we do not require presentation. We might have questions. No? No? Oh. Okay, wait, a quick, yeah, one question.
No, I saw that Heritage was circulated on this, but I don't see any report from them. Is that correct?
That is correct. I did reach out to the Heritage Planner. He had no issues. They reviewed this application before for the massing of the dwelling. We are moving the existing or the proposed deck that was on the side of the dwelling to the rear. The planner said he would look at it, but I have not heard back. I don't believe they had any concerns.
Right. Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you. So we are ready to discuss this. Do you have something you want to address the panel before we move to discussion?
No, thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you. Now we are in committee. Yeah. So, okay, Mr. Yeah.
I'm happy to move a motion. The primary variances are to do with the TRCA, and the TRCA has indicated they have no objection. I think that's the most important thing. The side yards, the setback issue is basically it just extends the existing building.
Yes.
So
yes.
I think it's really minor. TRCA thinks it's fine. I don't think it'll have any impact. So I move that we approve this motion.
Do we have a second, please? Ms. Reid second, Peter Reid second. Okay. All in favor with no condition? All in favor. It's approved unanimously. Thank you very much. Yeah. Then the next item is number 8. Is 12 Alhambra Avenue, which is to alter the existing 2.5-story detached dwelling by constructing a front enclosed porch with stairs and a rear ground floor deck with stairs. Also to replace the existing 1-story auxiliary building, which is the garage, as well as the shed, with a parking pad. In addition, the existing rear 2nd-story sunroom and rear 3rd-story deck will be removed. We have received a survey site plan, floor plan elevations, 5 photographs of trees, and a cover letter from the agent. We also received an email correspondence from the agent. And that's all the material we have received. We are ready for the agent, please. Yeah.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent in person and 1 registered speaker in interest.
Okay, so we have a speaker, all right. So let's have the agent, yeah.
the right agent here in person.
Okay, yeah, we're going to bring up. Yeah,
Hello. I am the agent.
Yeah, the agent. Yes, we can hear you.
I'm online. I hope
that's
everyone
fine.
can hear me.
We are ready for you. Yeah, we are ready for you.
Oh, yes, thank you. I thought you were waiting for me to show up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No. That's
I apologize.
A person of interest. She wants to speak after, so we
lovely.
will require
Okay,
a presentation from you. But please give us your name and address for the record first. Yeah.
Of course. My name is Kate Harrison. I am the architect and agent for 12 Alhambra Avenue. My office is located at 78 DeForest Road in Toronto.
Okay, thank you. Since you're going to do a presentation, do you want the staff bring up anything before you start?
Yes, please. If the staff could bring up the cover letter I sent through, I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's it, right? So we're going to start your presentation. Let's start the clock now. 5 minutes you have. Yeah.
Thank you very much. What we are proposing is to do a minor renovation onto an existing 2.5-story detached brick dwelling. The existing front porch is going to be enclosed, so the front porch is there, and that is what is affecting several of the variances in regards to front yard setback, as the existing front porch brick columns are determining where that is. The existing lot is actually very small. It is approximately 12 meters less in length. And even though the house is approximately the exact same size as the adjacent neighbor, what this does is it skews the calculation for FSI and increases it substantially. We are also removing parts of the existing house. There is a portion at the back. If we go to the next page. So the first one is, this is the existing porch at the front. We can see that affects the front yard setback. If we go to the next page, please. The existing lot is very small, so it is 12 meters shorter than the adjacent neighbor to the south. So this is part of the thing that affects the rear yard landscaping and some of the parking issues that we will be addressing. Next page, please. This is the exterior stair width that we are asking for. What we're trying to do is we're trying to tie into the existing brick column that's there and use the existing structure. So it just happens to be a little bit wider than what we're allowed to have for exterior stairs, but we are requesting a variance to be able to do so. In the rear yard, what we're doing is removing an existing one-story small powder room that's at the back, and removing a sunroom that's on the second floor and a third floor deck. We're removing all of these things. And even with the removal of that, the existing house has an FSI of 1.19. And what we're proposing is actually a decrease to 1.17. So it's just a matter of the lot size that's making this number seem very large and incredible, but we're really not changing the footprint very much. We have been in contact with transportation for this particular application, and what we had originally wanted to do is there's an existing garage at the back of the property that is in not particularly good condition. The owner would like to remove it, and the original hope was to have a boulevard parking spot so that the owner may recuperate more of their backyard for their personal use. However, there is a moratorium on boulevard parking spaces in former Ward 14. So we worked with transportation, and they would support a new parking pad in the rear yard in lieu of a boulevard spot or in lieu of the garage. So that is what is now on the proposal. And because of the short lot size, that is what is hemming us in terms of rear yard landscaping and setbacks. And in the cover letter, if you would like to scroll through the next few photos, there's precedent on the street already for many already enclosed porches. And so don't feel that we are requesting anything that is out of the ordinary for the streetscape. And if you look at the bottom of the page there right now, which is currently being shown, number 12 Alhambra is on the right-hand side of the bottom photo, and number 8 has a fully enclosed porch directly across the front of it.
Yeah.
That is just one of many examples on Alhambra Avenue of enclosed porches, and we feel that this would be not out of the ordinary for the streetscape. And if you scroll down a little bit further, please, you'll see a few more examples along Alhambra Avenue of the enclosed porches. And then a little bit more, please. And there's another one. There's a few more that stretch across the entire facade as well. And then this is our proposal. It's the existing porch, and we've just enclosed it to create a mudroom for the owner. We feel that the variances that we're requesting are minor in nature, and we welcome any questions and comments from the committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do you want to ask the question now, or you want to wait for? Okay, you're the other speaker.
Oh, yeah, can you hear me?
Welcome,
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just representing 10 Alhambra. My name is Katrina Shigala. I'm one of the owners, and lately speaking on 7 Radford Avenue, who can't attend as they're currently out of the country. So I'm the neighbor west, and they're the neighbor south. Overall, we have no issues with the minor variances proposed. Our concerns mainly lie with the reduction in rear yard soft landscaping at 40.3% instead of the 50 required. And the issues are twofold: privacy and both green space within the area's historical area. So we understand the desire to have a parking pad for a large vehicle that they own, and therefore need to demolish the existing garage on site. However, the additional paved pathways in the proposed deck do not need to be as large or as extensive. If they were reduced, the 50% soft landscaping numbers could be easily met. And so really the reason that I'm here today is to discuss this. As it had been communicated to us by the owner that they intend to entirely remove all of the existing lilac trees and other larger shrubs in their yard, which somewhat encroach on the property line with my house. There's, of course, ivy growing on the existing garage that would be uprooted. So really what we're looking to do is request protection and preservation of what's there. They provide a canopy, have environmental value in terms of birds and bees for the ecosystem, but also they provide a lot of privacy between our 3 houses, as the trees are almost 3 stories tall. They're not at the 30 centimeter value to be warranted protected by the city. However, they're quite large. Alternatively, if the committee decides to proceed with approving the 40% soft landscaping variance, we would like to request that a mature tree, larger, be planted outside of regular privacy fencing to be there, as we have a 2nd-story balcony that we're working on, and we really are just worried about the privacy of them looking into the addition that we built last year, as well as being able to see into the 2nd floor windows, which would be the same concern of the adjacent neighbor on Radford, as those trees right now create a lot of privacy for us all and green space for the High Park area.
Okay, thank you. Any question to this speaker? No? Let's bring back the agent to get her response on your questions. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for raising those points. In regards to the privacy, the existing, so the proposed rear deck will have a privacy fence because, as you might imagine, the owner of 12 Alhambra is concerned about privacy as well, both for their neighbors and for themselves. And so the proposed deck will have a privacy fence on it. On the south side of the proposed rear yard that borders onto 10 Alhambra Avenue from the speaker, we have a buffer of soft landscaping there, and although the exact specifics of the landscaping have not been discussed or not part of the committee application, what has been discussed between myself and the owner is something like a line of columnar cedars or something that creates privacy but also greenscape. So the idea is not just to pave the entire backyard. although right now where the proposed parking pad is, it is exactly the same size as the existing garage. And so we are not really removing any of the landscaping, but perhaps some of the proposed deck and a little bit of a paver pathway that will be going from the proposed parking pad to the deck would reduce that a little bit further, but the proposed deck isn't allowed encroachment into the rear yard.
Okay, thank you. Any questions to the applicant? No. Yes, please go ahead, Ms. Wilbur.
Is there any concern or ability for the committee to think about maybe reducing the size of the paved pathway to make the deck a little bit smaller so the trees have space to grow as they grow quite large in that area?
Well, I think it would be, I'm sorry. Thank you for that comment. I think it would completely depend on the varietal of the tree selected, and I believe that is something that we can work with the owner of 10 Alhambra with in order to select landscaping that would be supported by both owners, absolutely.
Okay. As the owner, if that could be a condition, that would be great, because there's...
No, we cannot enforce a private agreement. I think that we just have good faith that you both will work together. Usually, if we're planting or if the urban forestry does not supply the information, the committee usually will do not know, basically, and we cannot enforce that condition. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, please, go ahead.
I have a question for Ms. Harrison. The proposed parking pad, and there's the path at the back. Is there specifics what kind of pavers they're made with?
No, however, we would be happy to put in permeable pavers.
Okay. For so you would be the the extent of the new driveway, right? Is it, yeah.
Okay.
Correct. For the extent of the proposed paver parking spot, absolutely.
Okay.
In the paver path, if you look at.
Yes, absolutely. That could be permeable as well.
Okay.
All right, and driveway. Okay. Are there any more questions? And are we ready to move to committee? Okay, we do not have any more questions. Now we are in committee. All right. Yes, Ms. Wilbur, you want to start? Then please, yeah.
So I don't see any urban forestry conditions unless it's listed. So there are no trees affected, the city-protected trees affected by the development. I think if we impose a condition of the permeable pavers on the parking pad and the walking paths, I would be satisfied with the development overall. Again, we cannot impose the specifics of the soft landscaping. It's the neighbors can negotiate that, but we hope they can come to an agreement. But in overall, I would move a motion to approve this application with the condition of the permeable pavers.
Okay. And we want second? Okay.
Yeah, I'll second it. And just to add that I think this is actually in some ways an improvement on the current condition. So I'm happy to second this.
Okay. All in favor with that condition? Okay, all in favor, it's approved unanimously. The condition is the parking pad area and also the walkway towards it, to it. Yeah. Okay, now we can move to item number 9, which is 67 HOUNSLOW Heath Road. This is to construct a one-story detached auxiliary building. Is a one-car garage in the rear yard of the property, abutting the laneway. We have received a site plan, floor plan elevations, three photographs of the property, and we are ready for the. Do we have any other speaker other than the applicant?
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no registered speakers.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's not contested, yeah. Okay.
Hello,
Hello.
Lopez.
Hi there. My name is Igor Kok. I'm from MXL Engineering, located at 1649 Sinclair Avenue West.
Can everybody hear him clearly? Okay. Yeah. Please give us your name, your address for record, and yeah.
Igor Kok from MXL Engineering, located at 1649 Sinclair Avenue West.
Okay, thank you. And because you do not have any opposition, and then it seems to be quite a straightforward application, I'm going to check whether we want a presentation. No presentation. Any questions? No questions. Okay. Do you have questions, Mr. Wilbur? You said no? Oh, sorry. Okay. We don't have any questions, so we are ready to discuss this in committee. Do you have anything you want to address the panel before we move into discussion?
No, I'm confident that this is a very minor single variance and really goes along what's going on in the neighborhood. We actually have bigger garages on very similar lots. So I respectfully request that we get the variance approved.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah. Now we are in committee. Yeah, Mr. Reed. Yeah.
I'm happy to take this. I think the size is partially just because of the strange shape of the lot. So I think it's really minor and it totally fits with the neighborhood. So I'm happy to move approval of this variance with no conditions.
Thank you. The other Mr. Reed, second. All in favor with no condition? Unanimously approved. Thank you. It's approved. So the next item is 10. Is 491 Euclid Avenue. This is to alter the existing 2.5-story semi-detached dwelling by constructing a front basement walkout. There will be one primary unit occupying the first, second, and third levels, and a secondary unit which is occupying the basement. And we have received a survey, site plan, floor plan, elevations, cover letter from the agent, arborist report from the agent. We received comment from Urban Forestry and also a total of 11 forms of support. Signature on Euclid Avenue and also Palmerston Boulevard and also Markham, Nassau, Grace Street. We also received after 433 Euclid Avenue, and they are seeking 2 variances. Yeah. We're ready for the agent.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no registered speakers.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Madam Chair and committee members. My name is Mark Franklin. My address is 167 Richmond Street East, and I'm the agent and architect for the project.
Okay, we received no opposition to this application, so we're going to see whether we require a presentation from you. No? Any questions? So neither we need a presentation or we have questions. We are ready to make a decision on discuss this decision on this. Do you have anything you want to address the panel before we?
No, thank you.
No.
Thank
okay.
you, Madam Chair. No.
Now we are okay. You do have a question. We do have a question after all. Just wait.
A bit later. With regards to the papers, I understand that digging out the access to the basement, right? It reduces the front yard landscape, right? So, are you the pavers again? Are you open to make the paving the permeable pavers to compensate on variance number 2?
There's a couple of things about the application that are unique. I think the one thing that is unique is the tree. The tree reduces our ability to manipulate the geometry of the access. So that's why the arborist report accompanied our application. It was discussed with forestry in advance. The other issue we have is that it's a shared drive, and the idea of replacing only a fraction of a shared drive with permeable pavers, I just wonder about the durability of that as a solution.
So you do not think it's a good idea, right? That's the question.
No, I don't know how you would do 1/2 or 1/3 of a driveway for a short section impermeable and retain the balance of the existing driveway as it is.
That's true. That's an issue there. Okay.
Is there a walkway, which is,
No, it's paved from property to property, from house to south facade of our house to the north facade of the adjacent dwelling.
Okay. Any other questions then before we move in? Okay. We do not have any more questions, so we should discuss this. Let's move.
Chair, I'm happy to
Yes.
to make a comment. I think this is a reasonable application. These front yards, the property lines are so close to the houses that it's really hard, I think, to make. We're just talking about a couple square meters of landscaping, and I think adding this this walkout for a basement unit, adding that additional unit in this neighborhood is very positive. I'd also note that the boulevard area is quite well planted.
Yes.
And the tree is a fundamental part of that. So I'll move approval of the application subject to the urban forestry condition.
Okay. Okay. And second? Oh, Mr. Dylan Reed second. And we forget about the paper. I can agree it's a bit too difficult to do it. So all in favor with no conditions. Oh, sorry. That's urban forestry condition 1. Yeah. With that condition, all in favor? Unanimously approved. Yes. Okay. 11 is been deferred, so we move to item number 12, which is 271 Road. This is to legalize and to maintain the existing rear ground floor deck of the existing 2-story semi-detached dwelling, which was constructed without an authorized building permit, and also to construct the east portion of the rear ground floor deck to reduce its overall size, to reconstruct it. Okay. We received a survey site plan, floor plan, elevation, 4 photographs, and a cover letter from the agent, and also a site grading engineering letter by the agent, presentation material, and there's an order to comply affecting the property. And they are seeking 1 variance. We are ready for the agent.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no registered speakers.
Okay.
Good morning.
Okay, so give us your name and address, please.
My name is Andrew Dean from Room Consulting, 89 Woody Crest Avenue, Toronto, Ontario.
Yeah. You do not have any opposition on this application, so I'm going to check with the panel whether they want a presentation or they have questions. Yes, you have questions. We do not need a presentation, right?
No. Okay. I just have a question. Since it's the unauthorized construction, just give me a little bit of a background. How did it happen?
Sure. I think it's unfortunate timing. Shortly after moving into her new home, my client Jessica received this notice to comply in the mail. Unbeknownst to her, the previous owner had received a visit from a building inspector just before he sold the house. It seems he had done a number of improvements without the benefit of a building permit. So it wasn't just the deck. There was a window that was made wider and didn't have a building permit, a few things like that. The process of the notice being issued by the building department was delayed and delivered in just enough time for him to sell the house and move on.
I see.
Yeah.
So you inherited this issue, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. And in fact, the deck itself does not cause a variance. It just it's the fine height, size, and length, but it contributed to a reduced amount of soft landscaping in the backyard. The previous owner not only built the deck, which he did need a permit for, but didn't get, but he also installed tons and tons of concrete in walkways across the backyard that were a little unnecessary and a little heavy and really contribute to the problem. So our solution, after talking with planning and our own site grading engineer, was to decrease the size of the deck a bit and to remove a lot of the concrete walkways, replacing them with stepping stones. The grading engineer made a few suggestions as well. He suggested some rain barrels, a swale to protect the property line, and a perforated pipe below grade to direct water into the soil. So our client is trying to fix this situation that she inherited, and seems like the planning department's okay, and our site grading engineer is also okay.
Oh, thank you. That's good. Very good information. Very good. So, any other questions? Okay. Okay.
Just to clarify, the existing walkway at the back, are you going to replace it with, stepping stones? That's what you.
So I'm not sure if my presentation could be brought up on the screen. I can show you a few photos.
Sure. Yeah. Let's have.
Yeah. So I think the photo board is the clearest one. So the first picture shows the walkway along the side of the deck. Along the side of the garage. So as a for instance, there we're going to slice that off adjacent to the garage. That way there's not the bulk of the garage and the walkway immediately adjacent to each other. There will be a place between the two for water to be absorbed. So that'll be a narrower walkway. Quite frankly, you can't even walk on that part anyway because of the eaves trough of the garage. And then the section that goes from the back gate in the second photo down the side of the deck is going to be completely removed and replaced with flagstones, stepping stones.
Yeah. Stepping stone, I think that the question really is, Ms. Hoover, I want to make sure that it is more permeable than the concrete, right? That's what we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they're only about 1 foot by 1 foot,
yeah.
So it's just.
Yeah. And then the flagstone usually with open joints, so the water will take some of the water, right? One off, I mean.
Well, I think in our case, we're probably going to put them, is literally a stepping stone. So they could be as far as 12 inches to 18 inches apart.
There's distance between. Okay, I understand.
Yeah. It's going to become a family backyard. And I guess the previous owner liked the convenience of the concrete walkways. But really for a family being in a backyard, a little more soft landscaping is an appropriate solution anyway.
Okay, thank you. Very much. Yeah. Any other question? Okay.
I do have a quick question,
please,
if I could. I heard in an earlier presentation about how to ask for a refund. It was never Ms. Ezer's intent to contravene the bylaw or compromise water runoff. And of course, to come into committee, she had to pay double the fee for what the previous owner did. It seems like the wrong person is being punished here. And I know there are processes in place.
Our Deputy Secretary Treasurer will answer that. I think she will.
Great, thank you.
Through you, Madam Chair, you can submit a request for a partial refund, and that would go directly to the Secretary Treasurer, and it needs to be in written.
Okay,
form.
Great.
However, buyer beware. Checks and balances need to be done at the time of purchase.
Yeah, yeah, it would be great if people looked into these things, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the.
Sorry to be blunt, but
That is
it
the
might save you some time.
That's the process, though, right? You get, yeah, give it a try. Okay, now we are ready to move into committee. Now, yeah.
Thanks, Chair. I'm happy to bring a motion. I think that the applicant or the owner acted in good faith here and has really improved the situation in the proposal that's before us.
I think so.
Yeah, and removing a lot of the concrete, and it's, I think, pretty much as good as it can get. So I'm heartened to see that. I think that's well done. And the package, the materials submitted were very helpful in understanding this in terms of the pictures and the drawings. So thanks to the applicant for that. So I'm going to move approval of the application as it is. I think the variance is minor without condition.
Yes, 1 to second. There's a second. Ms. Robert, second. Okay. And all in favor of no conditions. All in favor. It's approved unanimously. Thank you. Good luck with your refund. Yeah. The next item is 13, 625 Harvie Avenue. This is to construct a new one-story auxiliary building containing a garden suite in the rear yard. There will be a total of 5 residential dwellings on this lot, 4 units within the main dwelling and 1 unit within the auxiliary building. The attached garage in the rear yard will be demolished. We receive a survey, site plan, floor plan elevations, 2 photographs of tree, a cover letter from the agent, and decision affecting the subject property, a building permit affecting the property, and also order to comply. And we have received comment from Urban Forestry and also Metrolink. That's all we have received. We have received no oppositions or support. And we are ready for the agent.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent in person and no registered speakers.
Okay. They actually seeking only also one variance. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm sort of waiting for echo from, I didn't see.
My apologies, Madam Chair. My name is Joe Seamer. I'm at 15 Berkeley Court in Markham. I'm the applicant for this application, and with me today is Chris Caverson, the owner of the property.
You don't have any oppositions, and you need a presentation or you have questions? I'm going to check with the panel. And I do have one small question. Because you've received an order to comply, and and the purpose clause is to already is it to legalize or to permit the existing? But it seems that you only half built this thing. Only the foundation is done, or how do we permit the whole thing because it's not built yet, right?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair, for the question.
Sorry, through you, Madam Chair.
Yes.
The speaker needs to move over to the next speaker or microphone, and can you please turn that microphone on?
Yep.
Red light.
Yes, yes.
Is it on now? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, there is an existing permit for the ancillary building
Okay.
for the footing that would match the garden suite that we are before committee discussing today.
Oh, okay. The permit, when you apply, is only it's going to be just an auxiliary building. It did not have a garden suite, but now you come back just to.
Yes, the ancillary building that we have the permit for does not include for the same floor space as the garden suite due to the variance required on the rear yard soft landscaping.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Through you, Madam Chair.
Yeah, that's
the order to comply is for the ancillary building, right?
Yeah.
The rear ancillary building?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so, but then they're asking for.
Which is the garden suite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, and so perhaps I can provide a bit of context. So we were before committee back in October of 2023 for the multiplex building. The existing property had an existing ancillary building constructed at the rear of the property that was built right up against the property line. Part of the variances that were approved at that time back in 2023 was for variances to the rear yard setback related to the ancillary building, and also variances related to the rear yard soft landscaping as the ancillary building was to remain. It was our intention that at some point we would convert that ancillary building to a garden suite. At the time, the way of doing that was a bit different than it is today in terms of if we had come forward with 5 units, then it would have triggered development charges on all 4 additional units. So we deferred building the garden suite until a later date. However, when we had commenced construction on the main building, the structural foundation of the existing ancillary building was deemed to be unstable. There were no footings, and there was no record of any building permit permitting that ancillary building. So there was concerns that that building would not be structurally sound in the event that we did ever want to convert it to a garden suite, or frankly just use it as an ancillary building. So with the equipment on site to demolish the existing building and having access to the rear of the property with that building being demolished, we had demolished the existing ancillary building, having that access to the rear of the property, and with that same equipment, which is a larger excavator, we were able to also dig for the foundations, which is something that we would not have been able to do once we had constructed the main building. We did put those footings in, and the intent at the time was to respect the floor area of the existing ancillary building, respect the 33% rear yard soft landscaping, but we did move the footprint of the ancillary building to comply with the required setbacks under the garden suite and multiplex bylaw to eliminate any additional future requirements and variances, such that the only variance ultimately that would be required was for the rear yard soft landscaping. But we did stop there. There was no further construction done. Fast forward, again, the rules for this are constantly changing. As I'm sure everyone on this committee is well aware of, we, in order to be eligible for CMHC financing, require 5 units on the property. We are currently building, and our intention was ultimately to try and build while we had workers on site. We did get a permit to at least start advancing the ancillary building, which is the permit that exists today. But ultimately, in order to be able to legally convert it to a garden suite, we will need the required variance for the rear yard soft landscaping, which is what we are here before committee today seeking.
Thank you. Yeah, that's really good answer, very clear. Thank you. Any other questions?
Sorry, through you, Madam Chair. So the footings and the foundation and the waterproofing of this ancillary building is complete?
Yes.
There's an order to comply. I believe the purpose of application should then state to legalize and to maintain.
Yes, that's what
And that the detached garage in the rear yard was demolished, because this was all done without an authorized building permit.
Yeah. That's what I want to make clear, yes. I think that we should change the purpose clause so to legalize and permit, maintain, yeah. Okay, any other question, any question to the applicant or the owner now? Okay, please go ahead. Oh, yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, Ms. Wilbur and Mr. Reed. Yeah.
Back to the rear soft landscaping, so it's 35% versus the required 50%. And I understand that the space between the buildings, right, it's all paved, right? And around the garden suite, is it all soft landscaping? Okay, and maybe you can come up with the idea of how you can improve it a little bit just to get to the required 50%, maybe if you can.
Yes. Just to, again, provide a bit of context, when we were before committee back in October of 2023, there was obvious discussion on the rear yard landscaping at the time. There was a condition as part of that order to permit or require eco-pavers or permeable pavers on all hardscaped areas in the rear, which we agreed to and are still very much committed to doing, and obviously will do. The challenge that we have is really that the only way that we can increase the soft landscaping area is to reduce the footprint of either building. We cannot reduce the footprint of the main building. Reducing the footprint of the garden suite would jeopardize our ability to provide for an accessible unit. Our goal is to provide for an accessible unit. That accessible unit has certain requirements in terms of the space at the entryway, and it also has certain requirements with the size in the interior for bathrooms and bedrooms. So this is a 500 square foot unit. Ultimately, if we were to reduce the area of that building, we would not be able to provide for an accessible unit, and we would not be able to provide a one-bedroom unit. Anything less than 500 square feet would not be a very desirable living space.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, it's a very free unit. Okay, please. I think Peter also has a question.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was just going to check if, I see the site plan mentions permeable eco-pavers, and if you would be fine if we tied the approval, if we were to approve it, to the site plan.
Sorry?
To the site plan, to the drawing, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Just to secure that these pavers would be.
Of course.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I know this is a very large terrace, covered terrace in front. Is that an accessibility? Like, why, it's larger than we'd normally see and covers the whole front and it's covered. I was just wondering what the reasoning for that is.
So the permit that exists for the ancillary building is what shows a very large terrace.
Okay.
There is no terrace in front of the existing garden suite.
Oh, okay.
I'm just wondering if maybe you were looking at the existing permit,
it wasn't
which
clear
shows a terrace. Yes, and
which drawings were for what.
Yeah, that terrace does capture the footprint of what we ultimately want to close in as part of the garden suite.
Okay, I understand.
The walkway in front of the garden suite.
There was only this one page with the actual garden suite, so it was hard to see which was current and which was planned. So I see. Okay, so in fact, the garden suite is filling in that extra space because of the minimum requirement, which is entirely reasonable. Okay, thank you. That's no problem. Things.
All right. Do we have more questions? Okay, thank you. Yeah. Now we're in committee. Yeah, Peter actually asked the questions that I had. So thank you. Yeah, I was thinking about it should tie to the proposed site plan. Yeah. So we will secure those conditions. So anyone want to start with this one? Okay. I can start.
Yeah, I mean, the explanation is very helpful. That wasn't entirely clear from the materials what was going on, but I can see that there was an existing building, and I can see the construction, the temptation to just get things done. So I think overall this is desirable for sure. it's a nicely designed and modest garden suite. I don't see that there's a lot of space to add additional soft landscaping. So I would move that we approve this
If amended.
as amended,
Yeah.
with tying it to the site plan, with the condition that's tied to the site plan. Forestry condition number 3, I think the Metrolinx warning clause is also indicated. And then also maybe the usual note that we don't approve of building without a building permit.
Yes, the note.
Yeah.
Yeah, footnote. Okay. All those, who wants a second? Ms. Roberts second, and all in favor with those conditions with the amended application? Okay, all in favor is approved unanimously. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Did Peter second? Okay, Nelly, okay. Thank you. Are we okay? Could just keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last one.
Yes, this morning, right? Okay, the last item in the morning is 14, is 215 Markham Street. This is to alter the existing two-story semi-detached dwelling by constructing a first-story addition with a rear rooftop balcony above the rear second-story portion of the building. We received a survey site plan, floor plan, and elevation, 3 photographs of the property, and also a tree protection plan. And that's all the material we have received. Yeah.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no registered speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Ali, you've been unmuted.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair and member of the committee. My name is Ali Malikzadeh, and my address is 236 Les Mills Road in North York, Toronto.
Okay, thank you. We do not have anyone else wants to speak to this application. I'm going to check with the panel whether they have questions or they want a presentation, or they do not need a presentation, or they have questions. It seems to be quite a straightforward application. Do you have anything you want to address the panel before we move into discussion?
It's a very straightforward, I think, proposal. Just the existing building and the area under the existing roof attic was ready to use in terms of the height. So we just extending the back of the roof on the 3rd floor in order to have the additional bedroom in the 3rd floor. We already have the permit for the 2-story interior alteration and the garden suite. This is just the additional that we find out, and then we added as the revised permit to our application. That's all.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah. Any question? No. So we are in committee now. Okay. Thank you.
It's a straightforward application, I think, in my opinion, so I would move a motion to approve it. I don't see any conditions.
No. Okay. Mr. Peter Weed, second. All in favor of no conditions? Unanimously approved. All in favor. Yeah, thank you. That ends our morning sessions, and we'll be back in the afternoon. Thank you.
We will commence at 2 p.m. this afternoon with items number 15.
Okay. There. Yes, they actually came up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's great that you got.
Yeah, you guys are, you're so lucky. You're so lucky.